Earlier in the week, we showed you some of the cars on parade at the Beaulieu Supercar event, and we gave you a glimpse of the Top Gear Stunt Driving team. Well, we thought you'd like to see a little more of their precision driving, so here's Shan Robins' report.
Paul Swift is a 7-time British motorsport champion and a multiple Guinness World Record holder. He's the lead driver of the Top Gear Stunt Driving team, and his love of driving began as a young boy.
I got into stunt driving as part of my father's display team at the age of 7 back in 1986. Everybody wants to be like his dad, so I learned how to ride the garden lawnmower on 2 wheels, and then ended up being part of his team with a little miniature car, and I was known as Swift Half at the time.
The team choreographed the sequences to last around 3 to 4 minutes to a piece of music.
We walk the sequence religiously before we get in the cars. If we don't walk into each other, there's a fair chance we won't crash into each other.
I'm not sure that would be the case with other people. I mean, that bit where the parking, into a space like that is incredible.
It's just practice at the end of the day. I've been competing in a form of motorsport called auto testing since I was 16, and I've worked my way up through the British Championship. And ordinarily we compete around cones, and you learn not to hit the pylons because you get penalised for that. So then once you're used to avoiding obstacles, it makes no difference what the obstacle is, even if it's moving cars.
Car enthusiast Les loves motorsport of all types, and he's seen many car and stunt shows over the years.
First saw Paul Swift 10 years ago at Rockingham Raceway, working with his father, back when he was called a Swift Half. That was at a touring cars event, I think.
You've also seen a lot of stunt shows. Have you ever wanted to do one yourself?
Probably not. My car's too precious.
Les has a Ginetta G33 and says it might be fun in someone else's car, but actually he'd still be worried about messing it up. And for the stunt driving team, what's the top question that people most often want to know?
When was the last time you crashed? Which thankfully isn't very often. We work very closely as a team. We've been together for over 10 years now, and thankfully we kind of second guess each other. So I've been watching the Olympics this week with the synchronised diving, and they know each other really well. You can kind of second guess the movements. It's very similar to us, but we kind of do synchronised swimming as opposed to diving.
When Paul has time off, generally he avoids cars completely.
I'm a big fan of motorbikes, and I like skiing as well. Big adrenaline junkie, but more often than not, it's just nice to spend some time at home because we're on tour a lot throughout the year, and just get back and catch up with people.
This is Shan Robins for That's Solent.